another video. My name is Jennifer.Oyubu, and if you're new on this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the post notification bell beside it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. And if you're an OGJ Tribe gang, welcome back. Thank you for your support, thank you for returning. Today is another story time. I figured it's been a while since I gave you guys a story time. My last story time was, I think, the last time I got drunk or the last time I got caught. I don't know which. No, I think it's the last time I got drunk. If you haven't seen that story time, please do well to check it out. I'll leave a link in the description box, or it will pop up here somewhere, but just check the description box, it will be there. So I figured it's been a minute since I gave you guys a story time, so I just thought to give you guys another story time. I didn't know if I was contemplating if I was going to tell the story at all. I was just a bit conflicted if I was going to tell the story. It's nothing too serious. I think this story time is like kind of like on a light note, but this happened. This was a time where, I thought I was in a relationship with someone. This story made me realize why assuming about people or about things is really not good. Well, if you want to know how the whole story turned out or how I realized that I was just dating myself, then please keep watching. Okay, so this happened around like my second year in school, and when you go home and you come back to start a new semester. Yes, that was it. And I was starting a new semester in my second year. I think the second semester, that's before you go to 300. Yeah, so I came back, I came back from halls. I went to see my friends. It was exciting. There were new students, and I was just walking because the girls hostel and the boys hostel were like, I think, not so far apart, just a walk. You could literally walk there. And I always used to be in the boys hostel. I am one of those girls that have like tons of guys as friends. Yes, guilty. So I was going over, I think I was walking towards the boys hostel to go see some of my men, some of my niggas, some of my guys, my OGs, just to tell them, just to see how they're doing, catch up and all of that. And here comes this, in the movies where, you see one very fine guy walking towards you and that music is in the background and you zone everyone out. I think that's literally what happened to me. Here comes this nigger walking, he was just walking with a friend of mine, a guy friend of mine, and he was the one I was coming to see. I completely did not even see that other friend of mine. I was just so mesmerized with this other guy walking with him. I was like, he was tall. He was like, if I'm not mistaken, 6 feet thereabouts, and he was playing basketball. He came with my other guy friend, and my other, for the sake of the story, I'll call him my guy friend Peter, and I'll call this charming, mysterious man, let me give him a fine name, Sean. Yeah. So Peter was walking with Sean towards me, he saw me now, and he was like, hey Jennifer, what's up, how you doing, how's the holiday? And I was like, oh, meet my friend Sean. And that was the first time I just started wearing contact lens. In case, for those of you that are new here, I'm short-sighted. I use glasses, but sometimes I use contacts. So that was the first time I started using contacts, and I had this brown or hazel brown contacts on to school, and I made my hair. I was looking delicious. I was looking fresh out of holidays, you could tell. And I was mesmerized by him, and he just literally bent down and he was like, he loves my eyes. Me, I didn't want to, I had to play it cool. You don't want to give off. Then I didn't want to give off oh, I like you that much. How they do out front. I fronted a little, but the thing is, I can't even front. I can't front for so long. I'm not one of those girls that used to do shakara. I'm not one of those girls that front or form, because my fronting or forming just lasts for two minutes, less than. We got talking, and oh my Jesus, he had this American accent. He was just going on and on. I was just so mesmerized with everything he was saying. That was the beginning of our friendship, I would say. And got super close super quickly. Like, we used to hang out after like classes, we'll hang out in the canteen. And then he got this room because normally in the hostel you get to share a room, like two to a room. But then you have the option of actually not sharing the room. That you have to pay more, like you have to pay for you and the other person. It's just like you getting your own apartment and your own house. So that's what he did. I always used to be in his room. Like, we always used to hang out, we got to know each other more and more. Then for me, then it was just like platonic friendship and all. But as we got closer and closer and closer, I found myself like, you know, catching feelings for this nigga. Like, I really really liked him. And then I didn't really want to be in a relationship, or let's just say I wasn't really ready to be in a relationship. But finally I summed up the courage to like tell him that, okay, I like you way more than a friend. And did I even tell him? I don't think I told him anything. No, sorry, I'm lying. I didn't tell him that I liked him. I didn't tell him anything about my feelings. We just had this bond, and automatically I assumed, or I thought, that he knew how I would feel. Because of the way we were, I would spend the weekends at his like room, at his hostel, like, because Fridays were usually like my lecture free day. And immediately I'm coming back from class, I'll go to canteen, buy food, and then head over to his room and spent like Saturday, sometimes till Sunday morning. I never told him how I felt. I just assumed that he knew how I felt. And anyways, his actions were speaking louder, so duh. I just went off building castles in the air, thinking that, okay, I've got a boyfriend. Like, it was so obvious that me and him were so close. It was so obvious to the point that the whole school thought that we were dating. Yeah, the whole school thought that we were dating. Like, I have people walk up to me and ask me if I was dating this particular person, and I would say yes, because I know, don't come for me. I would say yes, I was dating this particular person, because practically the way we were, it was like we were dating. So we went home. I was done with second year and I was about to enter third year. And we went home. We came back, and it was good at first, you know. But then after some time, it started to crack, or it started to act weird. He just started to act weird towards me. And there was this other girl I used to see around him. And then I would just be so upset and so furious, like, dude, literally. And there was sometimes I'll be in the room with him, and the girl would just come in, like, we're having, well, what I thought was a moment, and she will come in and just like look at me. It was funny. There was just some really funny things going on. Like, I didn't understand it then. I mean, thinking about it now, I don't know, like, it was just weird. It was weird, and I would be upset and I would be so furious. But then in all of this, I wouldn't relay all of what I was feeling to this nigga. Like, I would just sweep it under the rug. You see, that is why I always preach that communication is key. Communication is key, guys. No matter how uncomfortable the conversation is going to get, it's best to have that uncomfortable conversation there and just like really really get to the bottom of it and just leave it. I mean, being dismissive, especially when it comes to like relationships, trust me, is not the best way to go, because I was dismissive and already I was assuming a lot of things, and then I would just be so upset about the whole situation. It was literally so bad. Like, I felt so uncertain. I felt so like I didn't know who I was to him anymore. Like, I didn't know if I was his friend or if I was his, you know, girlfriend. Like, it was just so confusing and so exhausting. One fateful day, he called me like up on the phone. I was in my hostel, and at this time I reduced going to see him. I reduced like spending time with him as I used to before. So there was this particular day, he called me and he was like, oh, we need to talk. I was like, oh, sharp. Getting to the hostel, we had this talk, and then there he was telling me, oh, I should stop telling people that we're dating. I should stop telling people that, you know, we're a thing or we are an item. I was just so confused. I was like, what are you saying to me? Right there and there, everything that I've ever held in just started coming out, because I was like, I thought we were like dating. We basically do couple stuff, and I thought you knew how I felt. That conversation was so heartbreaking and so uncomfortable. Like, I felt so stupid. I felt like, so what the heck have I been doing? Like, I was so I was so invested. I was legit so literally invested in the relationship. Like, I thought, okay, I mean, because of him, I thought, okay, maybe I could, you know, start a relationship with this guy. Honestly, he was a really nice guy. He's still a nice guy. We're still friends. We still talk, you know. But it was really heartbreaking to realize that I've literally just been in this relationship by myself in my head. I've been the one going off thinking that, okay, I had or a boyfriend, and I literally, when I thought about like how I would tell people that, okay, I was dating this particular person, I just legit felt stupid. I felt so just legit heartbroken that you don't like this particular person that I really like very much doesn't necessarily feel the same way towards me. Do you get? Because I thought he did. I would say I was in a situationship, and then there was this, and then there was that other girl that just kept on, because I would notice them, but I wouldn't just read anything into it, because I just thought that they were legit just friends. That's how it starts. That is how it starts. I felt sad that that he didn't feel the same way that I felt for him. It was really heartbroken, and it takes a long time for me to actually really like someone. The funny thing with me is you would know if I really like you, and if I just like you like a platonic friend, you would know too, because there's just something about my demeanor, there's just something about my body language that it's so easy for you to read when Jennifer likes someone or Jennifer doesn't really like this person. It's just this whole demeanor, facial expressions that I have. It's just been there. Like, it's so hard. Even if I pretend, it doesn't last. I cannot pretend to like someone. Trust me, I've tried it. It's been a fail. We sorted the whole issue out. We talked it out. I felt really bad. I learned a couple of lessons that day. I learned one, never assume about anything, especially with feelings. If you're feeling some type of way towards someone, I know it's best to let them know, like have a conversation with them about how you're feeling and get to know if they feel the same way about you. You know, be sure where you stand in the relationship. Be sure what your role is in that relationship. If you guys just want to be platonic friends, be platonic friends. If you guys want to be more than that, then you need to, you know, stipulate and say that out loud. Don't go off building castles in the air, assuming that you guys are a couple. Meanwhile, you are just here thinking that you're a couple. The other person is there thinking nothing at all and going off his life. So that's how heartbreaks and a lot of tears starts. Okay, I try as much as possible to keep it real with myself first, and to keep it real with whoever I'm with, and to keep it real with the situation that is going on. So that was how I was in a relationship with myself. I was literally dating myself for 6 months, guys. I was legit. It was so bad that my friends would legit tell me that this guy you're dating, like, you know when your friends are trying to tell you that this person you're with is not with you, but then you thinking that, oh, you're in love, they don't know what you're saying, it's gonna be different with me, blah 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 blah. Now that I mean they were right. He really wasn't into me. You know, there's that movie, He's Not That Into You. I don't know if you watched the movie. So I thought he was into me, but it turned out he wasn't that into me. Okay, he's a nice guy, like I said. We're still friends, we still talk, but you know, I just decided to share the story because it was such a teaching moment for me, and I learned a couple of things, especially when it comes to like communication and relationship. Now I understand why they say communication is the key. Communication and understanding, because it's one thing to communicate, it's another thing to understand, you know. So yeah, that's the story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed listening. I mean, if you can relate to this story, and if you have been in similar situations, I would love to hear it from you. So please leave it down in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the post notification bell beside it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, and don't forget to leave your comments. I will see you in my next video. Till then, I send you love, light, and a lot of peace. Bye guys.